So the 2023 Dynamic Discs Tournament Capital Open, 377 players officially registered, and the experience I think they had was pretty great. We had 3 courses in play. We had Copper Ridge and Logan Lake, Rose Hill, and Mac Island here in Kamloops. They were dispersed throughout the 3 courses, but everyone tended to come back to Mac to Tournament Central. Overall, everyone seems to be smiling no matter what their score was. We'll have a table with a bunch of games. We have an ace run competition going on Friday night. Saturday night, we have karaoke at that spot. So yeah, it's just a place for people to come and hang out and have a drink or not, and just get visit with your people from Ontario, from Quebec. We got people coming from Washington State. It's pretty cool. So make some friends, hook up with some old friends, have a bevy, talk about your round, cry in your beer, whatever you need to do.
All right, welcome back. This is the back 9 of the final round lead card FPO coverage of the Tournament Capital Open, sponsored by Dynamic Discs and hosted by the Kamloops Disc Golf Club. You just heard a little bit from Carrie. You can hear more on podcast Northern Flights. Gav and I have had some snacks, we've had some water, and we are ready to bring you the back 9.
Yeah, I mean, on the day too, we likely had some snacks and water by this point, because yeah, it's pretty intense final round. I know I had some nerves playing this day. It was, I felt the whole weekend was pretty nervy, but looks like we are back here. Lead card, back 9. And here's our standings currently. So Julie, 13 under overall, me 10, Sofia 8 under, and Laura at 3 under par. So do you look at scores while playing?
I don't look at them, but I do like to I kind of keep track in my head. I knew I had 3 strokes on you at this point. And I was kind of trying to calm down and remind myself that I feel like I just had to start playing very defensively, very safe at this point.
Okay, nice. I don't look at scores, so I actually don't know where I was at sitting at this point. So yeah, 3 strokes difference. It's a significant way to come back, but checking out where everyone is overall. Looks like we're having some great rounds so far. Julie leading the pack with her 4 under round through 9, with a few other folks getting through ahead of us through 10 and 11.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So the back 9 of this course, less birdies for sure. The holes get longer. Mm-hmm. There's more OB. Mm-hmm. I feel like you can play everything pretty safe, but definitely less birdie opportunities. Lots of bogey opportunities out there.
Certainly, but starting with hole 10 on the back 9, par 3, we're looking at 171 feet, so another little shorty, and we're right down by the river here. So OB right, obviously, you don't really want to be sending your disc into the river, but just a quick little shot around this cylinder to get to the basket. You don't want to be OB long here, but I know when I step up to the tee, this is the hole that I think I could possibly ace in this tournament. This is an aceable one.
This
Sofia
one
coming up first.
Yeah, I would say it's almost a musket.
Yeah.
This hole.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So Sofia throwing her berg, goes a little long.
And I could confidently say musket, knowing that I'm the one that threw it into that long, short of the basket. I like that forehand route. It feels like I just throw something stable, it ends up in the basket. Not that time. Beautiful. Pig. Right under the basket for Gab. And Laura. Similar. Right up under the basket. And so, yeah, those are 3 great backhand shots and 1 very bad forehand.
But I couldn't tell from where I was standing how much of a look at the basket you had. But doing a really good job of scrambling there and getting right under the basket. Well done.
It was not really a look, but I felt pretty good about getting kind of in there. And you can kind of see in the trees, the wind actually picked up. It got really cold right here.
Yeah.
I think everyone was a little bit chilly and shivery.
Not Sofia, though. She's coming in hot with a birdie. Good long putt there after the drive that went a little bit long with the basket, but no doubt for her.
Yeah, and sorry, what I meant to say was Sofia was putting into the wind.
Oh,
it feels like an easy hole, but yeah, it kind of picked up and got swirly. So these putts didn't feel, even though they were close, they didn't feel like gimmies.
Yeah, no doubt. Based on my laugh, I probably didn't feel like that was a gimme despite being like 3 feet from the basket, but no, coming away with a birdie.
So yeah, 3 birdies and a par. I felt this one did walk away from that hole. That one I don't feel like I should miss. Everyone else did what they had to do and put it over the basket. And
as you can see here again.
Yeah. Gabby gobbles up one of those strokes.
Cutting that 3-stroke deficit down to 2.
All right, so hole 11. This is 384 feet, slightly downhill. These 2 sand traps, you can see they play as hazard. This one's a pump, and for me, a lot of the times if I throw something stable, it kind of ends in those sand traps. Mm-hmm. Beyond the basket, that fence line, that is OB. Again, yeah, almost 400 feet.
Yeah.
It's
OB long, not really a concern.
Yeah.
You'd think.
It's a crush.
Totally. Especially coming out of that tiny hole there. I think Sophia's grabbing a destroyer here.
And so this is wild.
Just
because Sofia threw it long of the basket.
Yeah.
On 384 feet.
So I don't have to worry about OB long. But I worried about the OB hazards. Usually my drive kind of ends up in those little spots, or the little hazard spots. So my miss was turning, and I went for the miss. Funny how when you think about it, it happens. Or going straight up the middle.
That's a great drive. She kind of throws it at that hazard and fades just short of it into a really safe spot. It should be an easy upshot from there.
Well played.
I'm trying to do the same thing. I wanted a little bit more distance on that, but again, just up onto the flat spot.
Yeah, really
Very
great place to
approach.
be. Totally. Well safe all the way. And yeah.
Honestly,
up and down.
Really birdie this hole. I'm just trying to play a really safe par and move on.
Yeah.
Non-hazard.
Yeah. So we spoke about those 2 sand traps, and I ended up in this other kind of undefined sand trap here. So we talked about it for a bit, and since it wasn't marked on the caddy books, or it wasn't marked physically, decided to take a provisional throw, treating one as a hazard play and treating one as a non-hazard. So that was my non-hazard play, and provisional for if I was in the hazard. Basically trying to do 2 identical shots with 2 different discs. So the first one was a yarn, second one was a peg. But ultimately here, just because we weren't able to decide what the ruling would be, called a provisional, just to go back to the TDs afterwards and see what the right play was. So Laura doing good for her upshot, Julie stepping up to her lie. Great up.
Yeah.
If you're throwing a backhand Annie upshot, I'm like always confident it's going to be in right under the basket.
Yeah, and it was kind of one of those neat days for me. My putting felt good, so I didn't feel like I had to be that close. I was very casual on my upshots. So
it's a good way to be.
Yeah. So this is Sofia to save her par. She's kind of almost like 25.
I would say so. Not a gimme. Just missing that left. But yeah. Yeah. So playing my putt here, the first shot that I did, it was confirmed that was not a hazard. So ended up taking a par for this shot here.
And then if it is a hazard. Yeah.
Thanks, Team Card, for helping me through that.
She made the other putt too.
Oh.
That was kind of rude. That wasn't that bad of a putt. It got a lot of chains and a spit out.
Great par for you here.
Laura in for par. Sophia, that's a very unfortunate double. She did not deserve that after
No.
such an incredible drive.
After driving it almost 400 feet. Yeah, it's a big pump, but another big shot here on hole 12, another par 3, 311 feet. Straight off the tee, you have a little hazard trap here, more sand, and you actually want to fade out left, kind of under past this tree here. Baskets on the slope, just there. So a bit of a sandy green here. Really not too much danger other than that hazard.
Yeah, it feels like if you throw a backhand hyzer and you fade under that branch, you're going to be under the basket. Yeah. So that one, what disc was that again?
That's my trespass again.
Trespass.
Pretty happy with it.
Yeah, surprisingly straight. You probably wanted it to come in just a tiny bit before that.
Yeah.
This is looking great for Laura.
Yeah, that's a great spot to be.
Tiny bit shorter than she'd like, but exactly in the fade up the hill spot to have a look at the basket. Whoops.
Uh-oh. Darkness. Oh, but you fought through quite a bit there.
Yeah, fought through a surprising amount. That was just a little bit of an early release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty confident that's an eagle.
Yeah, so that's a great shot. Again, slightly shorter than I think she wants to be.
Yeah.
You kind of want to scoot under that branch.
Oh, I was excited to see your line. I was wondering how much you had.
Yeah, I had no chance to go for it. Like, maybe I could have done a little flick around that gap, but I wanted no part of it. I just wanted under the basket.
Yeah, good spot to be.
There we go. Sophia makes up for her previous putting woes with it. Counting an outside circle one.
Huge putt, even with
Up
the
the
branch
hill.
tickle too. Great putt from Sophia.
Oh, that's such a good run and such a good sit.
Really good sit.
It's one of those scary ones that you kind of, if you're going to hit the basket, you want it hitting full chains.
Yeah, that was a sketchy one.
Lower from your knee, this overhanging branch makes it tough.
Ooh, another basket hit.
Good line. Hard to get the height from there. You kind of want to be a little bit more left or a little bit more forward.
Yeah.
On the drive.
Great scramble from you there. Tap in par. Another tap in. And, oh yeah, Sophia's already done. She got her birdie putt. So we are off onto the next hole. Oh, we get to watch this one again.
Oh, it's such a good putt.
Huge putt. Especially after coming off that last hole, just being able to come back and get a huge putt like that is so great for the momentum and mindset. So well done, Sophia.
There we go. So a quick update. So yeah, I'm sitting at neg 13. Still holding on to that lead. Gab caught up by 1 on hole 11 there. But yeah, we're coming into a couple holes that are pretty tough to birdie and pretty easy to bogey.
Yeah, I'd say so. So like, I'm not out of it yet.
Definitely not.
Coming into these holes, it's just like there's always a chance here. So
At no point did I feel safe coming into these holes. Everything felt like I had to execute really perfectly to hold on. So yeah, hole 13, 389 feet. It doesn't play like 389. It probably plays closer to 300. It's a big downhill with OB left and right. Very easy. If you put your disc too high in the air without enough ante, or if it's too stable of a disc, you're gonna go OB left. Like it's just gonna hang up and go there. And then if you ante it too much, there's these low hanging branches on the right that are pretty easy to hit.
Yeah. And that willow just gobbles them up too.
Sophia does neither of those things.
No, she doesn't need to worry about it.
Just
Long.
amazing throw. That is hard to do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. With a passion too. Just a very neutral disc. Not even a big driver.
That is also so good.
Yeah. Opting for the turnier shot.
Yeah.
Getting
Is
short
that
of the basket.
40, 50 feet?
Yeah. Outside circle.
Laura also gets that perfect angle on it.
Alright, you guys.
Love that.
All great throws just to get down the hill straight.
Yeah.
I'm going for it here, but I get too scared.
Which disc was that?
That was my very turny Grim.
Okay.
So it had the right shape. It just needed a little bit more height, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to go be left.
And yeah, so you're safe in the fairway. Good place to be.
And that's, I don't know if that was an upshot or a little bit of a run. Laura is really good at throwing them in. So
Really good.
I'm
There's that casual upshot.
Yeah, I'm thinking Laura was trying to give that a little bit of height. I tried to give it a little bit of height. Missed my line a bit. Giving this a run?
Yeah, I'd say so. It's a safe putt. Nothing to worry about behind the basket. Not enough juice.
But right under. There it is.
Wow.
Sophia, 2 outside circle putts in a row.
Yep.
There's the smile.
Yeah.
Feeling good about that.
She knows it. It's good.
I love watching those.
Oh man. I don't look at scores, so I remember looking back at my caddy, so it being like, is she coming in hot? And so I was like, yeah, she's coming.
Yeah, Sophia's got with that one, she's at 7 birdies, and she was the only birdie on that hole of the day. Yeah, so seven birdies on the round, which is pretty impressive. There's I find it a hard course to get birdies, especially in that back 9.
Totally. And we're coming up to another hole that's kind of hard to get to. We have hole 14, par 3, 325 feet. OB left along that tiny tree line there. You have a Mando on the right, meaning you can't throw a big hyzer, so you have to come up this fairway. And you're wanting your disc to come in under these willows here to the right. So that's a big forehand. It's a big turnover, a big shot with trying to make sure that you don't fade out too far left in OB. So another tough birdie hole, but let's see how it goes first with Sophia. I mean, she definitely has the power to get there.
Yeah, so that's a great throw. She threw the backhand turnover, got caught a little bit in those branches and couldn't quite get through. I think Gab's going to try for this similar line.
Similar line.
Oh, such good angle control. Holds on a little more than expected.
Yeah.
No fade out, but a great shot. Inbounds.
Yep.
Pretty easy chip up. Another backhand turnover. Also holds on maybe just a little bit.
Yeah.
More than expected.
Similar spot. Opting for the forehand.
Yeah, I threw the backhand in practice a few times. I wasn't getting up to the basket, and I just felt like with the forehand, there was no chance of OB for me.
Yeah, no doubt. Lots of trust in that disc. Getting a good flex line out of there.
She gets a little bit of tree branches and leaves herself. I would give her circle's edge here.
Yeah.
She is.
It might have been a good tree. It was coming in
She
hot.
definitely didn't soft it.
Oh, you gave it a
I was
chance.
just trying to get it under the basket.
Yeah, I'm caught up right behind some trees. Hey. I also thought maybe I could get that one in, but no.
This is Sophia's range right now.
Yep. I mean,
It's a
really
good
good
run.
power, good height.
Yeah. Now that we've all thrown our seconds, I'll say that there were no birdies on this hole today. And there, Laura cans her circle's edge one. I know she was a little frustrated with that upshot because she left it a little wide, a little short. And then, as usual, she just steps up and puts a long one in the basket.
Yep.
Loved watching it.
There's that confidence. Sophia for her par. Yeah, definitely a tough hole in the day. Playing about half a stroke over par, so you can get into some trouble. Thankfully, not too much trouble. Tap in. And we're leaving this hole behind us. Sofia deep in thought.
Right, so moving on to hole 15 here. This one, I mean, if there is another that feels like should be birdieable, it's maybe this one. It's kind of like the play is a backhand hyzer straight through this gap onto this green. The green within circle left of the basket, it's OB, and it's OB immediately off the tee to the left. So yeah, Sofia's gonna try for that hyzer line straight through the middle here.
Giving it the hyzer, but getting caught in that tree, and you can see what Julie meant by that OB starting right off the tee. Not a whole lot of give on the left there.
Yeah, and that's way better commitment. I think, did you catch a little branch on the right?
Caught a little branch, yeah.
Yeah, so she's up on the green. She's definitely got a putt. Laura maybe had the best looking drive and caught just a little high branch there.
Yeah. Thankfully, dropping immediately inbounds,
Yeah.
though, right under it.
Totally happy for no one to look too closely at that one. I was trying for the flex forehand, which I'm pretty comfortable with. It went straight OB, but then it was so bad that it rolled all the way back inbounds.
Yeah.
So
Sofia giving it a good run. Right against the OB line there.
That was
Opting to go
smart.
left of
Yeah.
the tree. Good play.
up under the basket for Laura.
Lining up a birdie putt. Leaving it well short.
Just low.
Yeah.
That was one of those extra nervy moments, I think, in the round. 'Cause
Yeah. Man, that's one of the ones I look back at and be like, shoot, like, wish I got that one. But hey, it is what it is. That was all mine. Just not high enough.
Kind of wishing I'd put this one closer.
You're
I was
not
feeling a
too
bit
much
nervous on
closer
this.
than me here. But no problem there. I had the tiger coming in here. Whoa. But yeah, it's like you said, one of those holes that you're like, I think I can, it's birdieable, but you can get into trouble really easy. It was fun watching this in practice rounds. Lots of different shots coming in.
Yeah, I was feeling so good about my
There we go.
my little forehand flex in practice. It worked so well, but I overflexed it.
Yeah, but you stayed in bounds, coming away with a par, and I think ultimately too, not losing out on too many strokes overall on the
Yeah, it
day.
looked like that one played at again just over par.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely trouble to be had there, so just holding on to your 2-stroke lead, going in here. But Sofia, I think moving out of that tie she was in earlier with a few good birdie putts in the past there, and yeah, coming into, gosh, back nine felt like it went by pretty fast, hey? Or it's going by pretty fast. A couple of short holes.
It's less. Again, there's less birdies out there. You're just kind of trying to hang on to your pars and not mess up too much. So yeah, it's less. I don't know how to describe it. It feels like it goes by faster because it's not like you're lining up big birdie putts all the time. You're just kind of throwing a good drive, approaching into the basket.
Yeah.
And moving to the next hole and just trying to stay clean. Or at least that was my
Totally.
feeling through here.
This one being another one of those big par four, biggest par four of the day, I'm pretty sure, 556 feet with OB left and right. As we're getting up to the basket here, more room on the left to not be OB, but this is one of those big ones you want to keep in the middle, stay safe, and that's my game plan.
Yeah, this is a scary drive. That is such good execution. Keeping it low, straight down the middle, and then again, it's kind of about trusting your upshot.
Yeah.
Laura. Also, kind of that low, straight down the middle.
But the
Inbounds.
scary skip, like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
just so easy to skip.
so many good shots see with the skip, and that's thankfully very much in bounds.
Yeah, so I threw a forehand again, trying to be safe. I was trying to throw it way out towards that.
And you get the roll down the hill, and we get this painful wait for the spotter to give us the inbounds. Thank goodness. That was a long wait.
And this. When Sofia gets on the tee with that passion,
we know it's
something cool is going to
Yeah.
happen.
Dead straight.
That's an incredible drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt, left or right, just straight up the fairway. Really well played.
Yeah, so 4 inbounds off that tee shot is pretty good. This is an easy hole to take a bogey on.
Yeah, and I mean, spotter told us that you took a roll onto the path, off the path, leaving you with this shot here. Amazing power. I remember that coming out of your hand, just being like, wow, that's commitment.
Yeah, I was happy with it. A little scary to turn it over quite as much as I needed to. And they're
taking the same disc. I just want to go straight again. Hitting pretty well up the fairway. I was pretty happy with it at the time.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird green because you need to throw way right of it.
Yeah.
To stay up. As soon as you're over like that, it's a steep hill. It's not OB, but your disc just keeps going.
Oh yeah.
So you have to be very brave on the second shot.
Yeah. Speaking of second shot,
Sofia with the pig. The rest of us, I think, at least through fairways or mids.
Yeah.
And Sofia's up there in putting range with her pig for a second shot. Now this one I am kind of thinking maybe I'll give it a little run. But instead I just throw it kind of past the basket.
Hey, in a good spot.
Right up under the basket. Laura had those kind of hanging branches in her way. God, this feels like a putt.
It feels like a putt, yeah. Birdie chance here. Man, theme of the day. There's not enough juice.
Yeah, I find those tournament rounds, it's much harder to just
give it.
Yeah.
Well done for you here. Didn't end up looking too far from the basket.
Yeah, it was okay in the end. And she goes.
Basically, a tap in birdie for Sofia. So good. Tap in.
For Laura. So yeah, walking away from that hole as a card, just 3 pars and a birdie. It feels pretty good, just because it's again so easy to.
Yeah, unscathed, really.
Though I'm looking at the scores here, and there was actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 birdies on that hole of the day.
Done.
So yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's a great birdie to get. Stay out of trouble. But
oh yeah, hole 17. So it's up here. The pin is over this hill to the right. It feels like a great forehand hole to me, but then there's these dangling branches, and they just, if you throw through there, there's no chance your disc is going through. It doesn't look thick, but it's thick.
Oh, it's thick. And after this fly through, you'll see how much thicker it got. Like, it's been a great spring, and things are just blooming. And the willow tree was especially thick today. But
yeah. So the hole sets up nicely for a backhand Annie, or like you can forehand something quite stable, but you've got to stay left of that willow.
Yeah.
I think Sofia's going to do just that. So she got a lot of power in that. She wanted to be at least 60 feet right of where she is right now.
Yeah, but well left.
And
up on the green.
Yeah.
I'm also opting for the forehand.
So similar thing. I'm guessing that willow tree just getting in your head a little bit.
Yeah. I really hope to just get on top of the hill, but coming over that a lot and ultimately just not getting enough air.
Now this is cool. I don't think any of us even considered the backhand flex, and Laura puts it, I think she was about 20 feet.
Yeah.
And I'm
such a great line.
flicking something stable, hoping it comes back. And,
Also getting through.
you know, I'd never gotten to that second tree before. I always got through that other gap. So, yeah. And this is a great up by Gabby.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Playing this hole for par, so it wasn't ultimately too disappointed, but you never want forehands like that on film. Oh, so it's okay.
It gives it the height.
Yeah. She's running it. Like, if the basket's in sight, she's going for it.
Yeah.
Nice. But
Yeah, so that one felt big because, like, I knew I had a lead, but going into hole 18, anything can happen. That hole is vicious.
that gives you such good cushion. When I saw that go in, I'm like, it's... Like you said, anything can happen, but it gives you a really nice cushion going to that last hole.
And that was such a great drive and, like, a nice finish from Laura there.
Such a well-executed hole.
Sophia, it's a little bit rainy, a little bit windy right now. We're all struggling with the putters are feeling weird to me.
Yeah.
And she goes.
Great putt. Yeah, you and Laura on this hole, well done. I didn't see very many birdies through practice rounds, so to see 2, final day, I was very impressed. Love to see it.
Yeah, it looks like there were 3. Laura, myself, and Brianna Ainsley got that one.
Oh, we get to watch this one again. Just so confident. Like, that was great height, great line. Nerves of steel on you here.
Yeah, I think I was just repeating to myself over and over and over that I needed to reach over the basket on that one. Because I felt like anything else and it would be hitting that pole.
Yeah. Laura thinking the same thing probably. It looked like a very similar distance putt and doing just the same. More nerves of steel.
All right, talk us through this one, Gab.
Oh,
wild
hole
line.
18, par 4, 439 feet. You saw the gap coming off the tee there. 2 trees, OB right along this path here, and OB left to where those trees are. Thankfully, no water down there right now, but really aim of the game is to be safe off the tee. Get yourself a good shot up to the pin here. You don't want to be swinging too far right on the right-hand side there. There's a mandatory that keeps you from doing the big hyzer into the green. So many different plays going into this one, and you're going to see a few of them here. Looks like Laura's lining up straight up the middle.
Yeah, that's a great play.
Yeah.
She stays in bounds. She's up there to the left, and she's kind of given herself a really good angle for the second shot.
Yeah.
To kind of push out right and allow her just to fade back in.
Yeah.
Towards the basket.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like you're also opting for the straight gap.
Yeah, I'm throwing a
Forehand.
driver, and I'm trying to. This is a stable driver, and I'm throwing straight down towards the OB, trying to flex it. It doesn't go well for me.
I mean, yeah, unfortunately, out of the hand, I knew it probably wasn't what you wanted, but I had hopes it was going to stay in bounds for you there.
Yeah, so I kind of rolled way right, and I'm OB short.
Yeah.
Sophia,
So-
nice safe.
Yep.
Hyzer play.
Going to the left. Something super stable. I know straight for the OB left there.
Oh, yeah.
Inbounds. It can still get skippy.
Looks like you're doing the same. That looks like you're yawning.
Yeah. Actually, the same disc as Sophia, too.
Yeah, so nice stable shot, fading in towards the
The middle.
Yeah. So this is scary. I was trying to throw fast and not give myself too much time to think. Because, man, there's a lot of OB here.
Yeah. And it's a small gap there. Low ceiling as well.
And I thought I had turned it OB.
Nope. Inbounds. Great shot. So low, so far, right up to the green. I have a little bit further up, but trying to get same low, straighter shot.
Come on back.
Not quite as far as yours, but very happy with the result.
There you go. That's a great shot by Laura. She gave herself that nice angle the
Gorgeous.
hyzer went in.
Beautiful shot.
She's right up there on the green. We've got Sophia. So she was She was in bounds. Her disc just came out pretty close to the edge here.
But she was on the line even, so maybe not quite. Very close though. She's throwing an eagle. Line drive, long of the basket.
Yes.
Into so much power on that girl.
That got some serious skip. That green is fast. This is kind of just outside circle, I would say, to an elevated basket.
Yeah. Giving it a really good run.
Yeah, and sitting pretty close for her. So I knew I didn't have to do anything but put it under the basket there, and
it was
I actually
perfect.
walked out feeling like I could make that putt, but I didn't want any part of a roll away on this hole.
I hate to admit that was a run. I thought I could maybe finish off with a high, but hey, bad run is a good layup. Good work there by Laura.
Yeah, so there were two
Nice
birdies
putt.
on this hole today. One by Brianna Ainsley and another by my sister, Jordan Moens. I heard she put it under the pin for her birdie shot.
My gosh.
Yeah, if you heard Brianna a lot today, that's because she got 7 birdies out there. Really impressive throwing from her. She got some of the biggest holes in the course. And there it is.
But there it is. We can't avoid talking about you, Julie. So you tapping in for a bogey, but it doesn't matter. You are finishing off winner of the 2023 Tournament Capital Open in Kamloops, BC. I mean, I'm gonna gush about you. I'm gonna well up again. It was just so amazing to see. I was so proud of you. You played so well this weekend. I got to play with you the round before, and you just played so clean all weekend. Just
FPO TCO champion, Julie Moens.
confident. Heyo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was a really cool experience. It was cool just to play some steady disc golf for a few rounds. I felt like I was in control of my nerves. I was
Disco
yeah.
played this weekend. Really fun to see Julie Moens take down FPO. She's a new mom, so that's inspiring to have her baby here and not even a year old and be able to take down some of BC's up and coming women. So that was pretty cool.
Man, truly an inspiration, Julie.
Lou with
So
that glare.
Proud. Lou was not as happy as you were, but you'll come to appreciate it one day. So final standings, Julie Moens. I take second place. Sofia third. Laura fourth. And we have Jo, Jordan, Brianna, Josie, Dana, and Laura all ending up in the top 10 here. Such a great event. I mean, we had 15 FPO women. What a turnout. So much fun.
Yeah, it was an incredible event. A huge amount of work went into the organization and the course maintenance and getting everything marked. And yeah, it was an incredible weekend. And yeah, can't wait for next year.
I know. Thanks for joining us. That was a whole lot of fun. Make sure you're following Park Pro for more coverage in the future for the Canadian Disc Golf Tour. And we hope to see you soon.
Yeah. Bye.